everyone. We just wanted to take a moment and do a special video for you guys. Over the past 8 years of us walking through our infertility journey, a lot of people have said some helpful things to us, but also in the process have said hurtful things with the intent of trying to be helpful. And so I sat down and talked to a couple other ladies and got some helpful but hurtful things that were said to them as well. And so we've kind of compiled them all together and made a vlog so that it can help educate you of things to not say, or maybe things to say if you know of somebody who's struggling with this. We do want to caution some of these things are a little risque, and so for young viewers it might not be appropriate. We just wanted to give you that heads up. Thanks.
So with infertility comes a lot of stigma, and not a lot of people feel open to talk about it, especially male infertility. But woman, female or male, it's still not something that you want to boast about. It's not something you want to talk about, so it's very hard to be open about it. So with this one, yeah, it's difficult to let people in. That's actually one of our goals in doing these vlogs, is to make it easier for people to talk about it.
Okay, this one might seem a little harsh right off the bat, and so you obviously don't want to say this to someone who's going through infertility or fertility treatments at all. It's hard to be happy for other people. Deep down inside we are happy, but it takes us a little bit longer. We're happy that you don't have to struggle with infertility, and we're happy that you get blessed with a baby. But at the same time, that's something we've been working for and struggling to get, and so it just hurts to have somebody say that to you. And it hurts when somebody else close to you gets pregnant immediately without even trying or seeming to have to try. So it's just a good thing to just steer clear of this one altogether.
I'm not sure how much explanation about this one. Obviously, if you're not having kids, there is a reason behind it, and this is normally a pretty good one. Now, it does take testing to get it done, but if someone informs you or is talking about them not being able to have kids because of fertility issues, I would just take it at face value. It's not something you really want to question someone about, and if on the off chance they don't have fertility issues, really none of our business.
Okay, again, this one is just hurtful because, I mean, you can imagine why. Imagine if you were working towards a goal and you wanted something to happen now and somebody told you it wouldn't happen until you were older. Discouraging, disheartening, and it's just not helpful. There's no reason to look towards the future. Already month to month seems long enough, and so all the months that haven't happened, that's already too long. So to think about it not happening until we're older is just heartbreaking and crushing, and obviously not something that we want or need to hear.
Men tend to be, both of these were spoken by men, and men tend to be more insensitive just by nature, and so I don't think there was any hurtful things meant by these, but yeah, not something that's encouraging, not something that's going to boost the self-confidence there, but I will advise, neither of those are the problem. I've been very open about what the problem is, and that's not it. So at least according to medical science. So again, if you're a man trying to help another man go through these issues, please stay clear from these two.
So with this, obviously the answer is yes. We have thought about adoption. Any couple who's going through infertility has thought about adoption. That's an option for women to have. At the same time, there are women out there who just have a desire to just carry a baby. They want to feel the kicks, they want to birth the baby, they want that experience. But to answer that question, yes. And so it's not something that needs to be asked because we've thought through every option that there is. Also, along with that, there are women who need surrogates to have babies. And so how can I bond with a child? It's the same as adoption. You bond with a baby who you've adopted and you haven't carried. You love that child just the same. Again, it's just not a helpful question to ask, and it just ends up being more hurtful than anything.
remember that we don't know what God has in store for us. We don't know what tomorrow holds. And so just be cautious about saying that God has better things in store for us, because truthfully, we know that He gives us good gifts. He knows that He watches out for our best interests, but really that's to glorify Him. And sometimes people walk through very, very hard trials and very, very difficult times in their life for the glory of God. And so just be cautious about that.
So these last three are ones that when I was talking to the other women were said it was a continuous theme. And so maybe there's a reason we don't have kids, maybe we're not supposed to be a parent. That just hurts. Obviously we have the strongest desire to be a parent and to have children, and that just is hurtful. There's really no reason to say any of these things, and if you feel it or think it, just don't verbalize it.
Alright, so this one, we understand that if you are pregnant, it's a celebration. It really is. And so all we're trying to say is that you be aware that if you talk to someone who can't get pregnant about your pregnancy, whether it's the great things about it or the negative things about it, it's hurtful.
So this one is just nearly impossible. There is no way that any woman can just put that thought away and not even think about getting pregnant. Obviously, what you do to have a baby, for women, our first thought is we're gonna have a baby. And so when month to month that doesn't happen, there's just no way to relax. There's just no way that we can just put that thought away. And so that's just, again, not helpful to hear. And this is actually overall the most hurtful thing that women who are going through infertility or fertility treatments hear. This is the most hurtful one. And so also on that note, there are women out there who, and we know personally, who have never had a baby. They have a desire to, and yet they never were given that opportunity to have a baby. And so to say relax and it'll happen is one, false hope, and two, again, just not helpful.
Well, thanks for watching. We really just do want to emphasize this video is purely educational and informative, and we are just trying to take the step in the right direction on getting people who struggle with infertility that issue out in the open so that we can talk about it. And so please don't feel offended if you've said one of these, if you've done one of these. That's not our intention, is to hurt anyone's feelings. It's really just to get it out in the open and say, look, this is what hurts us.
Also, we wanted to let you know, we know we've told you things not to say, and so we do plan to come out with a video of things that you can say, so be looking out for that. And lastly, we want to let you guys know, in case you haven't heard, we are about to embark on our 6th round of fertility treatments, and so make sure you click that subscribe button below so you can follow along with our journey and see all the ins and outs of everything that it takes for us to be able to have a baby.
See you guys.
Thanks. Bye.